what type of clientele normally hires a company like Protective Force International? Because I feel like most people think that, oh, if something happens, we're just going to call the police. So where do you guys come in? Why call you guys?
So we're becoming that support bracket for the community. Unfortunately, our law enforcement partners are facing the same thing that that many of the other industries are facing: shortages. People don't want to be police officers. Some are being defunded. So ultimately, what ends up happening is calls for service. So you want to call the police and ends up being a longer wait time. People have assets that they want to protect, right, on properties. High risk things. So they'll contact an organization like ours to be that bridge that gap. Be the people who answer the calls for non-emergency issues, and the emergency issues, leave it to law enforcement. So we're becoming something of an enigma type organization where we're taking a lot of the support aspect for the community and helping out our law enforcement as much as possible.
Okay. And is there a certain type of clientele? Like, is it celebrities? Is it big events like football games? Is it politicians? Like, who is there a general stereotype of who tends to seek your services?
So it's pretty much everybody right now. To be honest with you, we just recently did the NFL draft, New Year's Eve, all these kind of large events. One of our biggest partners now is Caesars Entertainment. So we have our officers patrolling parking garages, bikes, assisting their SRT team. With safeguarding the strip. Another one of our partners is the Palms Casino. Wow. So we have our special operations guys, what we call EST, individuals who are a little more trained than the normal security officers, have military backgrounds, police backgrounds, and we're again becoming even support in those operations, right? So you have everywhere from multi-billion-dollar gaming corporations all the way to the mom and pop shop that is continuously getting robbed. And want some sort of visibility or a response for their customers and management or the shopping center to feel a little bit safer.
Wow. Okay. Is it a requirement to have military background in order to work for Protective Force International?
No. It's encouraged. It helps, okay. But it's not required. Some of our best officers we currently have right now have had any experience in any security thing. Like, this was their first avenue or into the world of security, and that sometimes is the best option because they don't have bad habits from another company or another profession that we have to retrain and get out of them.
Yeah, because they'll get hired, and the officers go through an in-house academy where they get trained the way that we want security to be done, right? As long as it's legally, we have all of the training required, along with certifications when they graduate the academy. So we have the perfect palette to mold somebody into the best PFI officer that we can produce.
Wow. Okay. So what is a typical test, I guess? What do you have to pass in order to be certified to work for PFI? Like, is it like a police academy type of a training?
So currently you need a guard card. So it starts off with that. And what they end up doing is a background check. This is at the state level, similar to like a TAM card or a license to operate. So this license is run by the state. They pay their dues. They do an open book 50-question test, which I think is horrendous. And pretty much you have a pulse, can pass an open book test, and they get you on, and you're licensed to do security here in the state of Nevada. Everybody knows I'm very vocal about how I disagree with that, that entire process.
Is it timed at least? Do they have like a certain amount of time? That
probably
way?
Probably not. I've never seen that. I mean,
that way at least the book can only help for so much.
I mean, I've seen the answers online.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, they don't even need to read anything. There's the answers are there. So what ends up happening is these unqualified individuals get a license to operate, and actually do security here in the state of Nevada. So there's companies are not required to do any more training whatsoever. Yeah. So
why is that? Is it it's
legislative?
Sort of, yeah.
Legislative. So, and this is what makes us so different, right? I'm gathering people of like-minded as well, lobbyists through the chamber, and individuals who will be in positions of politics to start lobbying the state to change these standards. Security here in Nevada is changing drastically. We don't have enough police officers, and again, everyone is relying more on the private sector to take over and safeguard all of these communities and assets. Our entire base of Nevada is based on tourism. Our economy is structured by tourism. So why are we not giving at least security all the tools necessary to keep our individuals safe? They're doing a great job now, but we can do better.